What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, speaking my sports talk. All right, man. Q&A today. We're just talking boxing, the fight, whatever. We're just chopping it up, man. Open platform. I already dropped the link in the chat, but I'll drop it again if we get too many comments. You guys know once somebody gets on the panel, I start kind of getting lost in the comments. Always happens. You guys be firing them off. Firing away. All right. Anyway, see what we got in the building. My bad. Let's see. Big Dan, what's up, Big Dan? MMA champ. What's good? Chain with Ice in the building. What's up? What's up with you? Toby Barlett. Good, Toby Barlett. Appreciate y'all coming through. Say you disrespect Crawford. You are casual for that. I ain't disrespect Crawford. What you talking about, man? Pete Boxing. What's up, Pete Boxing? Yeah. What you talking about? You also hate towards Usyk. Man, please. I want Usyk to win, dum dum. And before the punch, what's up? What's up, Jerome Benjamin? What's good with you? Hey, the next Shane Mosley. It's not bad. Not bad. Chain with Ice. What's up, Scott Brown? He said, I saw the Trump fanboy that Kamala dated Montel Williams. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all, man. That's crazy. Montel was good in the 90s. His TV show. Yeah. I didn't know she dated him. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny there. All right, fact. Jerome Benjamin said P boxing. Yeah. Nice, yeah. All right, guys. So anyway, Usyk. Speaking of Usyk, MMA champ. I don't know what you talk about. I disrespected Usyk, but anyway, speaking of Alexander Usyk, Eric Chisora, get ready to get that fight, guys. So, we could talk about that MMA champ if you want to talk about that. Not getting on the panel with all of that weird shit you be doing, dog. Brown, Benjamin Scott Brown. Trying what I said. Nah, Haney the next Zaire right. Oh man. All right. I don't know. Devin Haney, we just gotta see him fight higher competition. I think he's talented, so sky's the limit for the kid. Ronald Finkley in the building. What's good? What's good, Ronald Finkley? What's good? What's good? Toby says Jerome. Yeah, listen, man. So that we get off on the right foot before these Haney detractors get in here. I would like to see Teofimo and Devin Haney fight. I would like to see that. I honestly would have to pick Teofimo simply because I think Devin Haney's talented, but we've not seen Devin Haney tested in any way at all. That's the whole thing. So yeah, I would like to see Teofimo fight Devin Haney, but to me, I'm not looking at that as a huge challenge. What Devin Haney brings to the table, I think Teofimo has proven versus Lomachenko that he has enough to deal with that. That's all I say about it. But would be a great fight. A great fight, those two guys. For sure. Dan Arthur is the best light heavyweight of all. Man, you and L Dog are out your mind. Yeah, this week is gonna be great. Brown gone one, what's good with you? Nostrils need to step it up. What's up? What's up, Toby? MMA, everybody. True Sons in the building. What's up, True Sons? Appreciate you, man. True Sons, step in with the super chat. Appreciate that big time, fam. Pete Boxing in the building. What's up, Pete?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, D?
Not much, man. Just doing this shit here, trying to keep up with the chat, see what they're talking about. It's gonna be. Oh, speaking of which, this weekend, man, dog. This weekend, listen, we've been having good boxing, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is why. This is where you know that you don't have a lot of hardcore fans, right? That they just follow the premier boxers, right? And they advocate for certain sides or something, but they just follow. I did a PBC card. Now I hear all of these people, PBC this, PBC that. I did a PBC card. Now I average over 12, 1,300 views or more, from 12, 1,300 to 2,600 or something when I do lives. And I did a PBC card, and I only have 500 some views. So where was the PBC support? And that was a good fucking card. But get all of these people advocate for PBC, but where they at? They're not
Who's advocating for BBC though? You have to be specific.
a lot of people. I don't have to be specific. Don't come here with that shit. A lot of people advocate for the PBC.
To be honest, I don't advocate for no promotional team. They're all
Well,
the same.
why you take everything I say personally? I didn't even say the LDBC this time. I just said people,
No,
a lot of people.
I'm
And
not.
there you go. There you go. So you must advocate for it. You must
No,
feel
no,
it.
not really. Not really. At the moment, obviously.
Like you speak on it. Like you had an objective. Hold on for a second. Anui 4th round, Usyk 10th round, Tank 5th round. That's good picks. That's good picks. Usyk got the toughest job. Tank, I'm 5 or 6 myself. Anui, never could tell 4 through 7 for him. But Usyk, I'd say 11 for 12. You probably want to bump that up, one MMA champ. 11th round or the 12th round, or decision. I'm really leaning toward a decision for Usyk. King of Bias says Haney will be a tough fight for T.O. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would like to see the fight. It'll be a good fight. I don't know about all that tough shit, unbiased, but I think it'll be a good fight for him. I think Brooke will fight Khan before. Man, I don't even care about that fight. If he fights Crawford, and I believe that he will lose in a better fashion, much better fashion than Khan did, I would like to see them two fight. Ryan Garcia fighting Luke Campbell, nice. Javante Davis fighting Leo Santa Cruz. That's acceptable. Not to me. Devin Haney fighting Yuri Elkis Gamboa, huh? Right. Tank and Devin Haney should be fighting each other, really. They shouldn't be fighting those two opponents. If Usyk looks bad, I would take shit to. Yeah, well, I don't think you're going to be able to talk shit to L Dog because Usyk ain't going to look bad. You might lose, but that could just be the fact that the heavyweight division is too much. I don't think he'll look bad in a loss, though. That's just my opinion. My man Ronald Finkley with the Super Stick. Appreciate you, Ron. Appreciate you, dog. Big up. Big up. El Jefe in the building. Official Major Key Boxing. El Jefe, you fucking stupid, dog. What's up, there, gang?
All good, all good. Good week of boxing coming up. Just jumped in to chop it up for a minute.
No doubt. Prime Fight Champions, what's up with you, dog? Scott Brown says Tank needs to call out Tio if he win. Yeah, who else is gonna call out Gary Russell Jr., Ryan Garcia to get a pay-per-view? I mean, to tell you the truth, those are actually acceptable options to me. Scott Brown. Now, he could call out Teofimo. I don't know if Teofimo will give him the fight. I would actually, if Teofimo is not going to fight somebody valid at 140, prepare for the excuse me, guys. To prepare for the Josh Taylor, the winner of Josh Taylor Ramirez, say like fighting a Zepeda or something like that. He wasn't going to do that. Or since people starting to hype up this Matias, go beat him up. Because I think Teofimo will knock him out. But go up to 140 and challenge a guy like that in the top 10. prepare for this Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor with it. If it's not something like that, I would like to see him fight Tank. So if Tank called him out or some shit like that, yeah, why not? But Gary Russell Jr. and Ryan Garcia is actually good. Because look, like if Gary Russell Jr. and Tank were squared off at 130, I don't care about Leo and all of this down for a division champion and the hype they're trying to put behind it. Gary Russell Jr. versus Tank Davis would be a better fight at 130. A much better fight than Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis. That I would be interested in. But I'm not really interested in this Leo Santa Cruz. But Ryan Garcia, he's an upcoming prospect. So if Tank beats him up, then, because I think Tank got a good chance to beat Ryan up. Where his defense, he lacks in certain defensive skills. He's not just going to pop Tank once and Tank going to go away. It's not going to be that kind of knockout one punch because Tank got a chin. He got a beard on him. So, I know Ryan got reach and all of that, but Tank going to make him use it and beat that little body up, right? I'm telling you, man, that would be an interesting fight, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. But I don't mind those two call-outs. What do y'all think? What you think, Dead Game? If Tank called out Gary Russell Jr. or Ryan Garcia?
I think Gary Russell would be a pretty good fight. I think right now what I want to see is the win out of Garcia and Luke Campbell to fight Haney. That's what I'm looking forward to. And after that, whatever else happens after that. But I would like to see those two young guys with the young audience square up against each other. I think that's a pretty good fight for the fans, the younger fans.
Yeah. What do you think, P? If Tank called out Gary Russell Jr. or Ryan Garcia?
I think that's a good call out. Gary, obviously, everyone is ducking him, so he needs to fight. So now there's no excuse. You know what I mean? The Devin Haney thing fell through. So I like to see Tank against Gary. Ryan, not so much, but yeah,
that's a big money fight, though. Can't just see that we always because Tank is built around money. Tank's built around money.
You mean Garcia against Tank? Is that big money? Did you say?
Yeah, that's a big money fight, man. You crazy?
Who's bringing the money?
Both of them. Tank's bringing in more of it because I believe he has a bigger fan base, but Tank has a big fan base himself, and I'm not just talking about YouTube or Twitter
Instagram.
He has a bigger fan base than that. Don't come up here with those fallacies. You better go do your research. I'm telling you.
I've done my research.
And search results and Google Trends and do all your research because Ryan has a big following. Okay, so a lot of people are starting to be interested in the kid.
You know what, DJ? Let's see against Campbell what numbers he does. Then let's talk about it because I am not convinced just yet. Just because there's a lot of girls following him because they fancy him.
No.
That doesn't translate any money.
You can't even put that out there because I just debunked all of that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll do the research on it.
We'll see after the Campbell.
Yeah. I knew you was gonna hate on Ryan Garcia anyway. I knew you was. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia might be fighting your boy next, Devin Haney. Cabbage Patch Kids miss weight at 135. Man, look, Tank is 134 now around Finkley. Right now. Or not even right now. That was like 3 days ago. This dude's not missing weight. 134 he was 3 days ago. I keep telling y'all, this dude has been in shape for months. Months now. He's been in shape. Ain't been no fat and in between and all that. He been in the gym, on the road, running, punching bags, training. He gonna run through goddamn Leo Santa Cruz. Y'all watch. Can't wait, man. Tank Davis is gonna run through this dude. Run through him. Through. What y'all think about that fight, man? Let's talk about that right quick. Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz. I want to get y'all thoughts on that. What do you think, Dead Game?
I think it's a great fight. I'm actually looking forward. I'm actually looking forward to that fight. I like both fighters. I'm a fan of Tank Davis, but I just want people not sleep on Leo, man. Leo is pretty tough, bro.
Okay, break it down, bro. Because see, like, I don't want to hear this narrative, and I'm not saying you pushing the narrative, but let me tell you the narrative here, and this is why I want you to break it down. It's a narrative going around that Leo Santa Cruz is a great fight. He's a 4 division champion, blah, 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 blah. Now, with what these two bring in the ring, with what they've shown in the ring, I want you to break down to me how Leo Santa Cruz versus Tank Davis is a great fight. Break this down, boxing, sweet science wise.
I think Leo is a very good boxer. Um, he's very active. Uh, it's there to make a good fight, whether Tank catch him and knock him out from him working a lot, or Leo just is durable enough to go 12 rounds and go to get the decision. Um, Also, Tank can also catch the decision also. So it's an intriguing fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think I can see how Leo can win. Uh, I I I do think Tank. I do think Tank. It's there for him to catch that knockout in spectacular fashion. But if he doesn't catch it, we in for a fight, man. I think the fans are gonna get a treat.
P.
I mean, can you hear me?
Yeah, Pete. Leo Santa Cruz is first Tank Davis.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think is an interesting fight. Leo, he can fight. Leo, he's lost one fight. He eventually lost against Carframpton. So he got that dog in him. And I honestly think this is actually a 50-50 fight. Leo can actually do it. A lot of people are sleeping on Leo. He's got good footwork. He can bang. At the same time, obviously, Tank is the favorite to win this fight. But I don't know, man. I might put some money on Leo, man. You never know. This is 2020, the year of upset. So we'll see.
Man. Okay, good. I'm glad you two got that malarkey off. Let me tell you something, man. And that's right. Pure malarkey. Man, you guys, y'all too funny, man. And I'm going to call y'all out every time y'all do this shit. And if you ain't doing it on purpose, if you guys really think that, okay, fine. But I'm just calling y'all out on supporting this fucking narrative, man. And I understand it makes Tank look good and all of that bullshit or whatever they're trying to do with this silly ass narrative. This is not an interesting fight, none the least. Leo Santa Cruz brings no danger to Tank for one thing. None at all. Okay? At the same time, you guys are playing on this narrative of Leo Santa Cruz somehow taking Tank in the deep waters. You're also dismissing the fact of how dedicated and focused he's been over the past 4 months, right? Training camp is not 4 months. So that tells you something. Before training camp started, this guy started. And this is something we've never seen in Tank, period. Not throughout his whole career. The partying, the acting silly, the getting really fat, why they call him cabbage patch in between fights. This is all we've seen from him. So if you guys are going to push this narrative, you're also supporting the bullshit that people are saying about him. That he's going to be undisciplined in this fight, have trouble making weight. And you two know that that's not true because you two, I'm sure, understand how focused this kid has been. And I think a lot of it stemmed from jealousies because of how Floyd Mayweather was catering to Devin Haney. It sparked something in Tank. And that motherfucker been a gym rat ever since. He's never been this chiseled, this in this type of shape before any fight, fam. He hasn't. He simply hasn't. He's gonna make 130 easily. He probably comes in under 130. That's the reality of it. And all of these people leaning on what it was Tank used to do, they get ready to see something else. When it comes to the skill set, here's another fallacy that you guys are supporting with this narrative. You two both know that Leo Santa Cruz is not that much highly skilled than Tank. He's not. He's simply not. Tank has skills, and people are trying to diminish his skills because of the fact Floyd and LB haven't been testing him. But you and I Both of you guys know that the skills are there, right? So that while they're trying to point Tank out like this is some freaking elite fighter versus just an average fighter, this is the narrative they're pushing by saying that this is a close fight. Their skills are not that far apart. And like I said, Leo Santa Cruz brings nothing to the table. He cannot deter Tank. He has nothing. At 126, he didn't have lightning or blinding power. He didn't have it at 126. His punch rate that everybody keeps talking about, his work rate, and the first fight he had at 130 versus a goddamn Miguel Flores, his work rate slowed down tremendously. So all of this work rate that everybody's talking about is the same narrative with Lomachenko spinning and turning Teofimo and doing all of these fancy tricks at 135 that he did at 126 to 130. No, when guys move up in weight, they can't do that. Leo Santa Cruz is going to have to put on more weight. He even admitted this, which means he's going to slow down a tad more than he was in the fucking Miguel Flores fight. He cannot hurt Tank. I know that both of you guys know this. He doesn't throw anything to hurt Tank. How's he going to keep Tank off of him? He's not. Tank is going to put this motherfucker out. It will not even be half of 12 rounds. It will not even be half of 12 rounds in this fight. And it's absolutely ridiculous pushing any kind of narrative that Leo Santa Cruz has a slim chance in hell at winning this fight. That dude is going to get demolished by Tank Davis. Demolished. If I'm going to sit up here and say I would like to see Tank Davis fight Teofimo Lopez, it's for a fucking reason. Because Tank Davis has a chance against Teofimo Lopez. Now you tell me Leo Santa Cruz. You tell me Leo Santa Cruz's chance against Teofimo Lopez. Zero. But Tank actually has a chance against that. He's going to fucking demolish Leo Santa Cruz. Absolutely demolish him. And this fucking narrative about it being a good fight or a competitive fight at any level is a fucking fallacy to boxing because they're fooling a lot of fans that's going to pay for a fight that's going to be a one-sided beating.
Remember, Tank is a small fighter as well.
Man, I don't want to hear that dumb shit. Small fighter, he's much bigger than Leo Santa Cruz.
No. Leo's taller than him. What are you talking about? Leo
said he's much bigger than Leo Santa Cruz. I didn't say anything about height. Now, if you're not smart enough to know the difference between size and height, okay, that's exactly what I said. He's much bigger than Leo Santa Cruz, so I don't want to hear that shit. Tank can fight at 140, but he does not have the dimensions to fight at 140, but he definitely has the size and power. So stop it. Stop it with this taller shit, man.
Leo, he's got the reach. He's the advantage.
What kind of power does he offer? What kind of power does he offer?
You can outbox him. What if he wants to play around with him? Just outbox him.
What kind of power does he offer? If you hit guys with shots that don't... P, this is boxing. If you're hitting guys with shots that don't hurt them, it's ineffective. So what kind of power does Leo Santa Cruz bring to the table to deter Tank Davis? Okay, see, this is where you don't understand boxing. And I'm done talking to you about it. No. So Tank don't have the skills to box with Leo Santa Cruz?
He's going to use his reach. If he does that, you never know.
Do Tank have the skills to box with Leo Santa Cruz? The skills.
Of course he has.
Okay, so him trying to outbox a guy that has the skills to box with him is much more powerful than him, is faster than him, it hits harder than him, that he doesn't throw enough power to deter him. He's going to get demolished. You can keep trying to bounce around this, but this is a fallacy. This narrative that it's a good fight, it's a fallacy, fam. Tank it's not going to make no fucking 12 rounds. Leo Santa Cruz is not going to see. The Tank Davis that fought Yuriokis Gamboa, that Tank Davis was literally fat before that fight. He was literally fat before that fight. This motherfucker is built like a fucking brick house before this fight. You guys have bumped your fucking head, fam. He is going to demolish this little Leo Santa Cruz is going to be knocked out the first time in his career. He's going to be knocked out, fam. It ain't going to be no fucking 12 rounds. It's not even going to get into deep waters.
Hear me out. Like, you're not listening to me, though. You're not giving me the chance. All I'm saying is, if Leo takes the approach of trying to outbox him, trying to use his reach, like, remember, Tank, he's a bulkier, more buffer. So he's going to be a little bit more slower. So what if he tries to add boxing? What if he uses the technical side of boxing? You know what I mean? Like, you can't write Leo off. Leo's never been knocked out. You know what I mean? He's got that warrior in him. You know what I mean? He's a Mexican. At the same time, I know Tank is going to be the favorite. Tank got the power. I understand that. He's Tank for a reason. You know what I mean? But I just see Leo trying to do, trying to box with him. And yeah, if he gets catched, then yeah, it's good night. But you never know. This is boxing, man. 2020. You understand?
No, I don't understand what you're saying, because let me speak on this. If he catches him, well, since you know so much about Leo Cruz and know that he's never been stopped, and you know so much about how he boxes, if you look at him, 118, 122, 126, and that horrible showing against Miguel Flores, you would understand, Pete, that he's definitely going to get touched, because he uses his goddamn face as a fucking punching bag, which means that plays right in the Tank's hand. Have you not seen Leo Santa Cruz his whole career? Or are you just pushing to this narrative again? Because Leo Santa Cruz is not the most defensively responsible fighter boxing. This dude's face is always getting touched by mitts. That's what he does. This is why they say he's so tough and he's so durable. But now he's going to be getting that face touched by Tank Davis's mitts. Okay? He's going to get knocked out, fam. What is he, a Floyd Mayweather in one camp? He's going to turn into this type of fighter that's super defensive now? This is what he's going to do all of a sudden? Is it? Yeah, thought not. That motherfucker always get hit. He's like a goddamn bobblehead. Are you kidding me? He's like a goddamn bobblehead in the ring. He's always getting hit in the face. Now he's going to be getting hit with Tank's gloves. Are y'all serious right now?
Well, let me just say one thing.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say one point of what you said about Tank missing weight. This came out of Tank's mouth that in the fights that he missed weight, it's usually the last few days that he mess up in. He be on weight. It's just the last few days something happened and he missed weight. So, you know, that could have something to do with his discipline towards the end, or whoever's watching his food intake or whatnot. Yes, Tank looks very good. You know, he looks very good for right now. But I'm not going to take nothing away from Leo. Leo is a champion, and I think Leo may be Tank's toughest fight. If not, I mean, one of his toughest fights. So we're yet to see, man. We're gonna see. We have less than a week, man. We're gonna see in a few days of the Tank and Leo, man. I'm just saying it. I think we're gonna have a treat, bro. A very active fighter that might get knocked out or might go to the scorecards, man. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Can I say something quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
And plus, this I believe there's going to be a crowd in the arena, so there's going to be a lot of Mexicans that's going to be turning up. So he's going to be in a lot of pressure, you know, not to quit, not to get knocked out. So I believe that's why this fight is going to be interesting. You know, the first time we've seen crowd, like, is that going to be the first time crowd in America, in arena? Because I haven't seen no other crowds. You know what I mean?
Man,
so
listen.
I just think this is going to be, this is going to be a great fight. I'm telling you, man, everyone's sleeping on this. If you're real boxing fans, you're going to be looking forward to this fight, man. That's all I got to say.
Let me tell you something. Whether someone looks forward to this fight or not doesn't have a damn thing to do with them being real boxing fans. You can't challenge somebody being a real boxing fan whether they're interested in this fight or not. I know, me personally, what interests me in fights are fights that are intriguing to me. You know, Chocolatito versus Juan Francisco Estrada. That's an intriguing fight to me. That's a fight that could go either way. This is a fight where guys can challenge each other. This is a fight where two guys will get into the ring and they bring something to the table that's a danger to each other. Leo Santa Cruz, once again, doesn't bring a damn thing into this fight that is a danger to Tank Davis. This is the Tank Davis facade. This is the Tank Davis dream. This is the Tank Davis wolf ticket that Floyd Ellerby has been selling us his whole career. They put him in the ring with an accomplished little guy as if he brings any danger, You know, I keep hearing this, what Leo Santa Cruz, this boxing, this so-called boxing he's going to do, as if Tank Davis is amateurish and can't box. So I keep hearing how Leo Santa Cruz is going to do this boxing, even though this boxing doesn't lead to any power that's going to deter Tank Davis from coming in. You know, it would be something similar to, if you guys are real PBC fans or support the PBC, I did the live card. We just saw Malik Hawkins fight Gabriel Matias. And Malik Hawkins was surely the better boxer, but Malik Hawkins had nothing for Matias. The punches wasn't hurting. It didn't bother him. He was walking right through the punches, because this is what happens when you have the superior boxer, right? The superior boxer, taller. Malik Hawkins was much taller than Matias, had the much longer reach than Matias. Matias was walking in there with his fucking hands down because Malik Hawkins had nothing to give to Matias. Okay? And Matias did not allow Malik Hawkins to come out in the 7th round. The fight was over. This is just the Matias. And I say again, as I said before, Leo Santa Cruz cannot hurt Tank Davis. See, you guys just pushing this bullshit as an interesting fight. You cannot validate at any level that Leo Santa Cruz has anything to hurt Tank Davis. This dude was not a power puncher at 122. He wasn't. You know, his knockouts, guys, let me tell you guys, his knockouts came from the lower weights. At 126, he wasn't knocking guys out. He didn't knock Miguel Flores out. You know why? Because he had no power to transition. Now we're talking a fight at 130 with a guy who has a proven chin there. It's going to be similar to this weekend's fight with Malik Hawkins and Matias. The punches don't hurt. So we can try to hype up Leo Santa Cruz boxing skills, which again are not that much greater than Tank's. Forget about the facade, because Tank's a good boxer. His punches are not going to fucking matter. And you're going to get a repeat of what just happened with young Malik Hawkins, a prospect who was a good boxer. Tall. He was taller. Not bigger than Matias, but he was taller. Similar to this Leo Santa Cruz foolery. But his punches didn't matter. Leo Santa Cruz has nothing to offer to Tank Davis. His punches are not going to matter. So you guys can talk all, yeah, good drop off, because you need to drop off from this bullshit. So you guys can sit and talk about all of this he's supposed to bring to the table. That does nothing but support this silly narrative that it's an interesting fight. This fight is not interesting at all. They're selling a WWE event to the fucking fans, fam. Leo Santa Cruz being sent in there to be beaten the shit up by Tank, right? It's just like fucking John Cena going to fight John McGrew. They know who's gonna win. Okay, it's already pre-made. It's set in the books. Tank Davis is gonna beat this dude senseless. It's just that
well,
simple.
Think about it. I mean, we do have a champion in Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, I'm not really trying to hype the fight up. I'm just saying I think it's going to be a very good fight for the fans. I mean, whether we get a spectacular knockout, that's cool for the fans. Whether we get a 12-round decision, that's good for the fans. I mean, I'm not going to just totally not put any respect on Leo's name, because, I mean, I like Leo as a boxer. He is a champion coming into the ring, fighting against one of the most dangerous guys at that weight. So, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with the fight. You know, you can. I mean, people are going to hate on boxing matches for whatever reason they want to hate on it, but we got a good fight, man. I'm ready. I want to see the fight, and you know, I like Leo. And I like Tank. I like both fighters. One is skilled in a taller boxer. One is a shorter, compact power puncher and boxer. So we're gonna get us a good fight, man. Just wait and see, bro. That's all we can do is wait and see at this point.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna tell fans that, because I believe that it's simply not true. So I'm not gonna tell any fans that are listening to my show that we're getting ready to see a great fight, because we're not. What we're getting ready to see is a one-sided fight. And I'm going to be consistent with that. That's all we're going to see. Okay? This is all we're going to see here is a one-sided show for Tank Davis. It's not going to be an interesting fight. Leo Santa Cruz doesn't bring any danger to the table. His work rate has dropped off. See, this is the thing. We get these same things. He's a four-weight champion. He's a four-weight champion at 118, 122, 126, and 130. And then when we talk about with the most dangerous guy, one of the most dangerous guys in that division, well, here's the reality of it. We're talking about Tank Davis in there with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. So he's literally one of the most dangerous guys at the 135-pound division. No, yes, because this is what same thing you guys say. See, this is what Floyd and them don't want to talk about, because then they can't push the narrative. This is a good fucking fight. No, he's really, and I even believe that he's really one of the most dangerous guys at the 135-pound division, which means he shouldn't be fighting this little Santa Cruz that was not even impressive against Miguel Flores for a vacant title. The vacant title was there so that Tank could scoop it up. Just that simple. Like, that's the easy way to understand that this fight is not at any level meant for Leo Santa Cruz to win. Only collect some money and hand off that belt to Tank Davis. Because the reality is he's one of the most dangerous fighters at 135 that has come down to beat a little guy up at 130. And he's going to beat the little guy up at 130. We just experienced one of the best boxers at 135 face this type of adversity. It was Vasyl Lomachencko that faced a fighter that was just too big, too strong for him. Now we're asking Leo Santa Cruz to face a fighter that's just too big, too strong for him. And Leo Santa Cruz is not the boxer Vasyl Lomachencko is, right? Even though this is the hype around this fight, this is what they're trying to build up. This is what they're trying to make fans believe so that they purchase it and just see a one-sided obliteration, because that's what it's going to be. But that's the reality of this fight. Leo Santa Cruz is not that superior boxer to Tank Davis that he's going to pose any type of threat. It's going to be a one-sided beatdown. No matter how we say, oh, it's an interesting fight, I want to see the fight, it's a great fight. You know, it's not an intriguing fight. And I'm not going to sit here and hold up. I'm not going to lie to my fans and tell them that there's any intrigue in this fight, because it's not. It's like a 90 to 10% chance in this fight. 90% Tank Davis wins this fight by knockout. Stop it. EKO, whatever you want to call it. It won't see 12 rounds. Leo Santa Cruz won't make deep waters.
Can you give me a 30-second, at least a 30-second breakdown of the Santa Cruz Frampton 2 fight? Like, can you tell me what Leo did good in that fight and what happened?
You could tell the people and validate your point. I won't tell you that. Now, I could, but I'm going to tell you why I won't. It's absolutely 110% insignificant to this fight, because Frampton does not pose half the danger that Tank Davis does. So it's absolutely insignificant. He doesn't hit harder. So it's irrelevant to me. So if you want to break down a 30-second clip and then make your point out of it, go right ahead. But I'm not going to break it down because it's irrelevant to me.
Not a clip, but I just want to know, what did you see him do well in that fight?
Listen, I didn't see him do anything well that poses a threat to Tank. Let me just answer that for you. I didn't see him do anything in that Carl Frampton fight at all. Nothing. The whole fight that poses a threat to Tank. Nothing. So that'll clear it up for any 30-second clip or anything you want. Anything that Leo Santa Cruz did in the Carl Frampton fight, I didn't see anything that poses Tank Davis a threat in that fight. Nothing. And I'm being 100% honest.
Well, I didn't say pose a threat. I just wanted to know, what did you see him do well, period, in that fight?
I mean, what does it matter, fam? What does it matter? Because I'm not talking about Leo Santa Cruz don't have skills. So why should I have to pump up what I see him do well? I've not said that here. I just said he's not a far superior boxer to Tank. I never questioned his skills. I think Tank has skills. So if I think that he has more skills than Tank, that means I definitely think he has skills. So I'm not going to sit here and pump up his skills or say what he did well. What he does well is not enough to challenge Tank at any level. So why would I sit here and talk about what he does well?
Well, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to go somewhere with it. But
well, what do you
with
think
Leo,
he does well? Go with it. Tell me what you think he does well. It
with
poses a
Leo.
threat to Tank.
Well, I could see Leo on the back foot. I'm not going to say he's a very good mover, but he do have range. He do stick the 1-2 out there very well.
I don't mean no harm, but Leo Santa Cruz is shit, complete shit on the back foot.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, that's all right. All right, go ahead.
You know, I could see him boxing as well as he can. He's more of a volume type of guy. I could see him trying to keep Tank on the outside of his punches. I could see him grabbing and holding a lot in this fight. You know,
we agree on that.
Well, if you're going to beat Tank and you have his attributes, you have to use what you have to use, right? You can't let Tank get in there and start working on the inside in the phone booth. You know, I think he even said once he feel his power, he's going to see if he's going to mix it up or not. And I think the minute he get touched, he's gonna be trying to keep Tank on that back foot. And the minute Tank get in there, he's going to try and grab and hold and wait for the referee to separate him. So the best thing I think he can do is keep Tank on the edge at the end of his punches towards the later rounds before he start putting any serious power to it. Tank just gonna have to be Tank and box and use his power and try and load up and catch him when he can. I think Tank is gonna be loading up. If Tank's load up a whole lot between the first and the 6th round, and if Leo can hang in there, even though he might get dropped maybe once or twice, I think he's just going to have to hold on until the second half of the fight. I don't see no way of Leo stopping Tank in the beginning, but it is boxing. Leo was going to have to hope for a cut. If Leo can catch a cut in the boxing match, that'll also add to the sting on his punches. I think it's just going to be, it's an intriguing fight for me. You have a long, rangy guy against a shorter, compact guy. It's for the fans. I think it's going to be good. So it's time will tell. I think we're going to have a good fight, though.
What? I don't get y'all guys, bro. I really don't get y'all guys. Because y'all say little slick shit in there. Like, I'm even going to let any of that bullshit slide, fam. Like, seriously. You say, I don't see Leo stopping Tank earlier, but it's boxing. Okay. Let me stop you right there. You keep fucking sitting here talking about how Leo Santa Cruz has never been stopped. When has Tank Davis been stopped?
No, never.
Okay, so Leo Santa Cruz might stop Tank Davis? Now, when I say that Tank Davis is going to stop Leo Santa Cruz, the first thing y'all come back with, well, Leo Santa Cruz never been stopped, though. But you just said Leo Santa Cruz might stop Tank. You never know it's boxing. See, this is how a narrative is built, guys. I'm just going to point this out to you guys. This is how a narrative is built right here. You will always find inconsistencies in a narrative. If you're going to defend the guy who's most likely to be stopped in that type of fight, if you're going to defend that, right, then you cannot come back and say that the guy that's not known for power, right, is going to stop the over 90% knockout ratio guy that has also never been knocked out. The inconsistencies will always kill these fucking silly ass narratives. Leo Santa Cruz has what to keep Tank at the end of his punches? He has no power to keep Tank at the end of his punches. Also, Tank is not a dummy. He's not just walking into Leo Santa Cruz's punches. And every fucking long jab that Leo Santa Cruz throws, he has to be leery of something coming back, man. You got to be kidding me with these narratives. Y'all got to be kidding with this shit, man.
Well, see, you going on the you going on the obvious. You know, you're going on the obvious. You know, I mean, and I could see exactly your point. What I'm saying is, it is boxing. Anything can happen in the ring. I do think Tank is probably. Uh, I'll give him 55. I'll give him 55-45.
Man, that's
Um,
insane. That's
you
insane.
know, I think he's going against a champion, bro, and I think this is going to be. I think really,
You're not gonna keep pushing that. Tank is a champion,
yeah, Tank is a champion. They both champions.
multi-division champion,
They're both champions.
multi-division champion. Tank is going against a much smaller, much weaker champion.
They
So
both
you can say champion.
multi-divisional.
They're both
They're both,
champions, but Tank is going against one champion, going against a much smaller, much weaker champion.
well, they're both multi-division. They're both multi-divisional champions.
Right.
And yes, I do have Tank.
Multi-divisional champions going against a much smaller, much weaker multi-divisional champion.
But we talking about a longer, taller, smaller guy. You know,
Right.
when
It's a
you,
longer,
I think,
taller versus smaller guy, but the longer, taller guy has no power to keep the smaller, stronger, bigger guy off of him.
well, I tell you what, we're gonna see. You know, and all I'm saying, all I want to say is this: if by any chance Leo beat Tank, let's not start shitting on Tank. I do put maybe a little more respect on Leo's name than most people, because I can see the goods in the guy. The guy is a good boxer. He's good, and he's not a champion for nothing. Tank is a monster. We all know that. But you know, at the end of the day, we're gonna see Saturday, this Halloween night. We're gonna get to see, and it's gonna answer all our questions.
We don't have any questions over here. It's a foregone conclusion over here. This narrative has only built up questions. The reality is Jose Pedraza was a former champion. Jose Pedraza, the same Jose Pedraza that just went to a unanimous decision with Jose Cepeda, who knocked out Baranchi. Okay? This same Jose Pedraza got demolished by Tank Davis. Right? This is why he's fighting the smaller, weaker guy. Because Tank Davis is also a champion. Where? Where is he also a champion at? 135. So this is a 135-pound champion that has already knocked out a damn Jose Pedraza. And we're talking, this is a guy that, as everybody else can say, can box. Jose Pedraza can box. He's a former champion. So I don't want to hear about Leo Santa Cruz can box. Get the fuck with this narrative. Leo Santa Cruz can box. Jose Pedraza can box. And Tank knocked him out. Now we're supposed to believe little Leo Santa Cruz that can box is going to take Tank into deep waters. Here, see, this is and this was, I'm not even close to finish with this one. This was a Tank Davis that was in nowhere near the shape, nowhere near the conditioning, nowhere near the mindset, nowhere near the dedication, nowhere near the focus as he's been in this camp leading up to this fight as he was going into that Pedraza fight. Nowhere near that. Now we're talking about a little old Pedraza where Tank has been completely focused, dedicated, in the gym, training, ripped the fuck up, 134 fucking pounds way before this fight starts. And Pedraza's going, my bad, little Leo Santa Cruz with no power is going to do what Pedraza couldn't find out how to do. This is the bullshit story. Hold on. This is the bullshit story that Floyd Mayweather has built. This is the bullshit story that these guys are trying to push out here. That little Santa Cruz is going to be able to do with a champion like Jose Pedraza, who has competed against a top guy at 140. Couldn't stop him. Lomachenko couldn't stop him. Right? But Tank Davis demolished him. But Leo Santa Cruz is going to put up a bigger challenge. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Jose Pedraza and Leo Santa Cruz are two different fighters.
I said Jose Pedraza can box. Your whole fucking thing is that Leo can box his work rate. That's it. That's all you got. Because anytime I ask any of you guys, what kind of power does he bring? You go back to keeping him at the end of a fucking jab and all of this nonsensical fucking bullshit. He's not, listen, this dude is not the type of boxer to keep a Tank Davis off when he's not providing power behind it. Leo's not this kind of boxer, fam. Not even a little bit. So this facade that Floyd Mayweather is building, fam, is complete bullshit. You guys can try to push that no matter how. You can say what you want. I will tear all of that shit down because the reality is Floyd Mayweather is creating this facade. But I'm not buying that same goddamn package that he's been selling throughout Tank Davis's whole career, fighting another smaller guy and selling the package as if it's like a big fucking gift inside. It ain't no big gift inside of this fucking package, that gang. I'm not buying those fucking wolf tickets Floyd Mayweather selling again. I ain't buying that bullshit. Okay? The facts of the matter is this is not an intriguing fight. It's a one-sided beatdown that you're about to witness. That's just the facts of the matter, fam. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, what's up?
What up, Mark?
Well, so Mark, what's your opinion? You think Leo Santa Cruz takes Tank Davis into deep waters and challenges Tank like we've never seen him challenge before? You know, maybe not.
I'll just sum it up like this. If Leo has what I'm going to call right now the best chin in boxing, he can win this fight.
Yeah, exactly.
If he doesn't have the best chin in boxing, he's going to get killed stylistically.
Exactly.
And by the way, that game, I was listening to what you said about what he. I'll tell you what he did good against Frampton in the second fight, and then I'll tell you why against Tank that'll get him killed.
All right, go ahead, please.
Right. Frampton's a guy who likes to come in at the angle. Right. Leo was moving off the line. Yep, moving off of the line slightly, but he wasn't doing it going backwards. He was slightly doing it diagonally. You get what I mean? So he was just cutting that distance off so he could get his uppercut off on Frampton. But what Frampton was able to do to get success off of that, he adapted. He started throwing the overhand really, really quickly. And then when Leo would make that step inside, he could fire off his right hook kind of at will on Frampton. That's the best thing he did during the fight. It wasn't too much of a fight on the back foot. It was kind of like stick, move, but it wasn't fully back-footed. Against Tank, doing that in the pocket with that left uppercut is going to get him killed. And anybody who's trying to big the fight up is either a Leo Santa Cruz fan or they're a Tank Davis fan. They're not actually looking at the fight for what it is. It's one-sided.
Absolutely. Absolutely one-sided. What's up? What's up, Intangible?
Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I agree. Tank is too big, too strong for Leo. That's literally that's the only way you can describe the matchup. He's too big, too strong. Skill-wise, he's probably all around more capable than Leo too. Leo is not a great inside fighter, even with his activity.
Wait, Intangible. Can you repeat the first part that you said about Tank versus Leo?
He is too big, too strong.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
yeah,
like
and
how Fox was with Triple G.
Well, this is the problem that I have, guys. This is the problem that I have. We're all talking all good about Tank Davis, and yeah, I agree with you guys. All I'm saying is that Leo Santa Cruz is a quality fighter. He's a good fighter.
He's a very good fighter at 122. At 126, he's a good fighter. At 130, what I seen against Flores is a dude who's got 40% of his output because he can't carry the weight. He has no snap on his shots.
I said this shit. They keep trying to dismiss that shit. I done said that about 3 times already. But they keep trying to dismiss the Flores fight. This is listen, man. We're looking at Usyk. And I know that all of these same fans that's pushing this goddamn fight right now, fam. They're pushing this fight right now. Let Usyk go in there and have a performance with fucking Derek Chisora. The way Leo Santa Cruz did with Flores. Let Usyk go in there and watch these Wilder fans. Yeah, and they talking about he would have beat Wilder. Yeah, and this, that, and the third. They're gonna come out the woodworks blasting Alexander Usyk. But now they're just trying to gloss over the fact that Leo Santa Cruz punch output was lower. He didn't look great at this fight against a damn Miguel Flores, and all of a sudden we supposed to believe he's gonna be any kind of danger and all to Tank Davis. You gotta be kidding me, man. It don't work, man.
Yeah, to be honest though, I mean I can't understand. I hold Usyk to a much higher standard than I do Leo. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen if it does happen.
And just to finish my point is all I wanted to say was Leo Santa Cruz is a very good fighter. If something happens to where Leo does win, let's not switch tones about Tank. Tank is still all the same guy that you guys are bigging up right now. Leo Santa Cruz is just a great fighter, and he will just get beat or he'll win. But these fighters are risking it all. I think we're in for a treat. I think Leo is going to come into the best Leo we've ever seen. The stakes are high, and I just want people to tune in and watch a good fight, man. I'm not gonna shit on this fight, man, because I think it's gonna be a good fight. So whether you guys want to watch it or not, or don't think it's gonna be competitive, that's on you. But I'll be tuning in. I think we in for a treat, and let's get it on, brother.
Are you paying for it?
Hold on. No, let me ask. No, because you just said something that wasn't true, and I want to clear this up because I don't like no false shit going on over here. One thing about it, we're not trying to big up anything about Tank Davis. Not about bigging up Tank because I never big up Tank. He's not proving much himself, and he's got a lot to prove. So don't say why we trying to big up Tank because I didn't try to big up Tank. What I'm trying to make you realize is by not even bigging up Tank, it's too much for Leo Santa Cruz. The weight, the size, too much. The hand speed of Tank Davis, his power, and the fact that he's a good boxer himself. It's way too much. We've never seen him as in physical form as he is coming into this fight. Okay? That's what it's about. Not about building up nothing about Tank Davis. Because that little fucking cabbage face motherfucker, he got to do a lot too. That motherfucker got a lot to do too. So I'm not bigging up Tank by no means. This is the same wolf ticket, the same bullshit sell that they've been giving us. And that's not bigging up Tank at any level because it's another show, another WWE event. That's not pumping up Tank. This is the same story that I'm tired of seeing from him. So don't even say no shit like we pumping up Tank. I ain't pumping up Tank, not even a little bit. Go ahead, Mark.
I just don't understand I don't understand how we're going to get the best Leo we've ever seen. The 130 Leo is he's just okay. He's just okay. He's not very fast, not the same activity, much more heavy on his feet. Whatever.
Hey, yo, D, man, can I give you a brief analysis on my thoughts on the fight, bro?
Cook, fam, cook. Do your thing.
All right, man, I ain't gonna hold you up for too long, man, because I'm at the gig right now, man. But the way I see it, bro, Leo Santa Cruz is 126 Jared Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He a real big guy. Well, he was a big guy for his weight class and dimensions and all. You know what I'm saying? But he fight with accumulation. He don't fight like no tall dude is gonna throw that stick at you like that and have you thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? He don't even fight like that, man. He throw punches and bunches. And I look at this fight. This fight with Tank is gonna look like if you can imagine Jared Hurd going up to 168 fighting Canelo Alvarez, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know he finna go up there. He gonna try to press him for the first round or two as long as he can,
until, you know what I'm saying, them body blows start coming out real sharp. He gonna get real timid. You understand? So I don't see it happening, bro. Like, I honestly think that, you know, I wanted to see the fight because I like seeing people get knocked the fuck out and hurt and shit. But I don't really want to pay that bag for it.
Right. I'm not paying $80. And that's my whole thing. And that's why the narrative is what Floyd Mayweather is pushing, right? And of course, the people that supporting that narrative want to come out and say, I told y'all Tank would sell. I told y'all Tank is a star. It's all a big facade, fam. That's why they keep trying to push this fucking narrative, because they want to pump the fight. Listen, bullshit sells to casuals. I say it all the time. It's the casuals that'll sit out there and pay this money and pay all for a bullshit fight that we know is a one-sided fight. So they try to make it appear that it's competitive, make it appear, make the illusion that this is a great fight, champion versus champion. But what they don't tell the casuals, this is a wee little champion versus a big champion. That's what they don't tell them. They just say champion versus champion. And look, this guy's a champion. He's won. He's done this. He's done that at that little weight. He's done that at that little weight. What about this guy? Leo's success, everything they're talking about concerning Leo and what he brings into this fight has to do with 122 and 126. It has nothing to do with 130. Tank is currently a champion at 135. So essentially, this is what they're trying to sell to the casual. And it sells because they just say, well, he's a champion, like Yankees doing. He's a champion. But they don't break down in context what that means. His only success as a champion is at 122 and 126, right? Where we see this same Leo Santa Cruz that they're trying to bring into the ring with Tank Davis. But that's not the Leo Santa Cruz we're getting ready to get. We're getting ready to get the Leo Santa Cruz we seen against Flores, which they're glossing over that. See, Floyd, not Dead Game, not P-Boxing, they don't mention the Leo Santa Cruz we've seen at 130 where he's fighting against Flores. They don't even mention that. They just mentioned this 122 and 126 Leo and say, oh, but he's a champion. Get the fuck out of here with that narrative, fam. That's a bullshit narrative. That's what it is.
Yeah, but the real thing is, you know what I'm saying, what Tank gonna do after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Because he done had the trainer wheels on for a minute. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm not really mad at him fighting Santa Cruz like too much. I mean, because they fighting for a WBC belt?
WBA.
WBA? Oh yeah, I knew that. They fighting for a lower belt or whatever. It is what it is, man. Like, I ain't really I don't know, man. I just don't want to pay for that shit, man. But I like Tank, but he need to fight somebody, you know what I'm saying, on regular TV if he gonna fight, you know what I'm saying, this caliber of opponent.
Right.
I will say, even though the Tank and Leo pay-per-view card is trash, it somehow managed to be like 20 times better than the Usyk Chisora card.
Yeah, it is definitely better than that. I can't lie, but I'm going to watch Usyk Chisora fight. Like, if it came on at the same exact time, I would not be tuned into that Tank fight. I would be watching Usyk and Chisora because that fight offers intrigue. There's intrigue in that fight. There's no intrigue in this fight with Tank Davis and Leo. It's one-sided. I'm not intrigued by that. Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say the best fight on the Tank card isn't even televised.
Damn. Yeah, they don't want it to outshine Tank one-sided, demolished him.
The Ladarius Miller fight isn't televised, which is kind of annoying because I was looking at that and I was like, yo, that's actually a good fight. It's a damn good fight. Ladarius Miller's taking on, what's his name? Michel Rivera. That's not being televised.
That's silly. They don't want it to outshine Tank. Just one-sided beating. They hyping this shit up, man. Tank on the demolish,
like everything on the card, like you can actually predict pretty much like everything. Like Barrios wins, Magdaleno beats Gonzalez, Prograis is going to beat Heraldez, Tank's going to beat Leo.
All of that shit's easy, bro. There's no intrigue in these fights, and I don't give a fuck what no one say. It's not. It's the a show card. They got names on the card, but it's not fights where they're presented too much danger.
The only fight where I was like, this is like 60-40 was Michel Rivera, Ladarius Miller, because Miller could beat Rivera. He could. I'm not saying he will, but he could.
Yeah, but most people don't know about those two fighters. That's why they don't know about the fight, because they don't know about those two fighters. I only know about one of them myself, so But this the Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz shit is being pumped up as a good fight, and it's dishonest to the fans, bro. That's going to go pay money. That's going to go out there and pay money, expecting to see a good battle. Leo Santa Cruz really put up some type of fight, and they're going to be disappointed. Because that little dude can't put up no real fight. They pumping this shit out. Oh, he's a champion. He can keep Tank this and he can take Tank in the deep waters. No, the fuck he can't. Why y'all lying to people to get them to buy tickets?
Well,
That's all
here's the
they're doing.
thing: if they can sell it to him, I mean, they'll be
That's
impressed
all
with
they're
Tank
doing.
after the fight, which is the person they're trying to sell. So, yeah,
That's all it's
maybe it will work
about.
out that way.
They're lying to people. Now, since y'all on the panel, Bad Game, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think Crawford Brook? Bad Game.
Yo,
Crawford Brook.
I'm here.
Crawford
What
Brook.
you said?
Crawford
Crawford
Brook.
Brook, man, another fight I'm ready to see, bro. I
Oh,
watch I watch Brook interview. He's talking. He's talking very emotional. He's ready to go. He said he's on weight. Um, I think he's gonna come in very nice, very big, very strong. I would like to see Crawford. My ideal victor would be for Crawford to knock him out in about the between the 8th and 10th round. Take him out of there. But I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a good Brook, and I'm ready to see that fight too, man. Let's get it on. I think that's gonna be the measuring stick for Crawford and Earl. Earl doesn't have a mandatory. Earl's gonna fight Mike Garcia. Um, and if he beat Garcia and Bud beat Brook, I mean, there's no reason why we can't have that fight next.
yeah. Well, yeah. What do you think about that fight, Intangible?
Crawford's gonna humiliate him. Uh, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Crawford's gonna beat him. Kell Brook is gonna be drained coming down. He hasn't fought anybody legit in 3 years, and Crawford should be able to defeat him handily. Now, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that summarizes my thoughts.
All right. All right. Mark, what you think, man? Crawford Brook, what you think?
I think Crawford's probably going to stop him mid to late.
Yeah.
Cal has a couple of weapons that could cause him a couple of issues. Just how straight his right hand is. It's a very beautiful shot. But once again, weight trained. Hasn't fought. I'm not going to say anybody legit in 3 years because I actually think Michael Zarafa is an underrated boxer. But other than that, he ain't fought anybody
But I mean,
proper.
that wasn't
He ain't
even at
fought.
one. That wasn't even at 147 though. I was at
Well,
154.
obviously not. He hasn't fought there in 3 years. But I'm saying like anybody legit at all. Michael Zarafa is a legit fighter. But outside of that, he ain't done anything. It was at 154. It was at 150. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I.
Yeah. This is the Tank Davis in between Pedraza fight. And he still knocked him out. Look at
So
the
we
Tank
get
Davis. Yeah.
if we get the Kell Brook that fought Sean Porter, um, I'm just saying, if we get the Kell Brook that fought Sean Porter, with that power and that grabbing and that holding and
Okay. Okay.
that pushing
Let him
and that
finish.
rough,
Let him finish.
that the grabbing, the holding, the pushing, the roughness, that straight 1-2, with power, that one with power, that two with power. I mean, I think it could be a good fight, man. We got to understand that Bud Crawford is a dog, man, and when Bud get hit, he lose it, bro. He won his payback real fast. So I think we're gonna have a good fight. I think Kell Brook is disciplined. He said he's been ready for 4 months. He's ready, bro. I think it won't be like the IBF. The IBF belt is not gonna be on the line, so he can hydrate up as big and as strong as he wants to. And we all know Kell Brook is a big, strong man. So yeah, I do have Bud Crawford winning that fight. I just think it's going to be better than what most people think.
Yeah, Kell in his prime, at least. If we were to get the same Kell Brook that fought Sean Porter, I think that'd be a great test for Crawford. It'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
But that's just, like, that's a real long shot right there.
Yeah, IBT, what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
All right, man. What you think, Kell Brook?
I think Crawford is probably going to stop him. I just don't really have faith in Brook being healthy at the weight at this point. I also think he's past it just because of the fights he's had with Triple G and Errol Spence Jr. I don't think those were good for him due to the injuries he got and stuff like that. So yeah, this fight, I'm not really looking into it too deeply. It doesn't mean too much to me. I think Crawford's probably just going to stop him mid rounds.
Yeah, Mark, did everybody answer to that?
Yeah, I've answered.
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask one question, though.
Go ahead, Mark.
I just wanted to. That game. I have a question for you. You said if we get the Kell Brook, right, who fought against Sean Porter, I'm just gonna ask you this: what's the likelihood of a dude who's been struggling to make weight 5 years at 147, who hasn't fought there in 3 years, who's coming off of 2 facial fractures and a stab wound to the leg, being the same guy that he was 6 years ago? What's the likelihood?
Well, the only thing I could say is through time he could have become a better fighter, a better boxer, just by fighting more guys. Kell Brook said it himself, man. He's feeling good. He sound good. And he's ready to go. He have nothing to lose and everything to gain in this fight.
Well,
what?
You said fighting more guys. Well, I mean, he's had one fight in the past 2 years, or like 2 fights. But he was on a 1.5 year long layoff. He's been fighting less guys, actually.
Yeah, but through the COVID break, he said he's been working out a lot and he's ready to go. He sounds good. He sounds good. He's looking good. He's looking happy. He wants that fight, man. He really. Kell Brook feel that if he win this fight, he's back where he needs to be, and which is true. He win this fight, man.
Don't even have his trainer, bro. Don't even have his trainer.
It's all on Kell right now, brother. Like I said, I do have Bud winning, but it's all on Kell right now. And sometimes that make you put a dog in the corner, and he comes out like a lion, bro. I mean, that's another fight I want to see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping on this panel, bro. But yeah, I want to see that fight. And it's a good measuring stick for him, and it's a good at least a good talking point for Bud and Spence to fight next. I mean, they both have fights right around the corner. And
can you answer my question?
What?
What's the likelihood this is the same dude who fought Porter? What's the likelihood? That's the question.
But on a percentage wise, I would give him 75% likelihood.
What?
That's way too high in my opinion. Like, I don't know. There's just too many factors, right?
We're not talking about Joe Blow. We're talking about the same fighter. We're talking about Kell Brook now and Kell Brook then. Hey, who knows, man? Who knows what we're gonna get? What Kell Brook we're gonna get? I know Kell Brook has attributes and skills that can help him throughout the fight. I do have Bud winning. Don't get me twisted, but I think Kell is a fighter, man, and Kell is a warrior. Even though he bent the knee against Spence, but he was hurt. He caught flashbacks of seeing double vision when Triple G hurt him. So yeah, he bent the knee, but Kell is a warrior, and I just want to see that fight. Bud have put on some weight. Bud is very strong. But I know Bud. Bud, when Bud get hit, he's leave himself open because he wants that get back. So let's just see what happens with a big, strong Kel. I think Kel is better than Joe Horn. I mean not Joe
Jeff
Horn.
Horn.
Jeff Horn.
Jeff Horn.
And Jeff Horn is a big guy that I'm not gonna say he caused problems, but just a big man in there, bro. And let's just see. Like I say, it's boxing.
Crawford whipped Jeff Horn easily, fam.
Crawford threw Jeff Horn across the ring. He actually threw him around the ring. When Jeff Horn tried to clinch Crawford literally threw him around the ring.
Yeah, Crawford is strong, but do you think Kell Brook is better than Jeff Horn?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. Kell Brook is going to have to drain down. Yes, Kell Brook's not a good boxer. I mean, Jeff Horn's not a good boxer. I've said this consistently. He's not a good boxer. So, yes, Kell Brook's a better boxer than Jeff Horn. Yes. That doesn't matter, fam. He's going to have to drain down. See, just like y'all gloss over the Miguel Flores fight with Leo Santa Cruz, it's the glossing over of the fact that Kell Brook is going to have to drain down when he was draining down 3 years ago.
I'm watching the Miguel Flores as we speak, and Santa Cruz is walking him down, bro.
Right. And what kind of strategy is that for Tank Davis? A get knocked out strategy. And just keep watching that fight with Flores. Watch your punch output that you guys keep, raving on and on about. You watch the punch output that fight. And if you can't be honest with yourself and say that it's way down, then that's part of the narrative. Because his punch output is way down in that fight. Way down. Way down.
It's way down than when he was a smaller man, but it's way more than what Flores is putting out. I'm in the 4th round right now, and look, Santa Cruz is walking his ass down right now, bro.
Right. Do you see those moments the way he's walking him down, right? And Flores isn't really throwing much, and what he is kind of a stagnant jab. And you see the way Leo, he constantly kind of like dips his head downward, like forward. So he'll go forward with his head a bit and dip it down so that he can get the hooks off. When he's throwing his hooks, you see right there, that's where he's going to get knocked out by Tank.
He just did it. He just did exactly what you said. But
because that's called film study, that game. Not all these fucking narratives. That's called film study. And that type of dumb shit. That type of dumb shit's gonna get him knocked out. That's why it's not going no 12 like y'all pumping it up to be. It's not gonna be no fucking competitive fight because of what you're watching right there. Because that's not Tank Davis standing on the other side of him. That's fucking Miguel Flores. It's not a 135-pound champion that's said to be one of the best there. I mean, what? Get the fuck. Like, these same guys, all of them over there, says that Tank Davis will be competitive now against Teofimo Lopez. These same guys say this shit. That Tank Davis at 135 will be competitive with Teofimo Lopez, the man at 135. And they're trying to push this bullshit fight off as if it's competitive. Just the audacity, fam. Just the audacity. If that motherfucker is competitive with Tank, you guys just gave up the fact that it's a bullshit narrative. With Teofimo. And don't say and tell me that every one of them motherfuckers, including Floyd, that just set up there in an interview talking about how Tank is this and that concerning Teofimo Lopez. How can you even remotely push a fight against a Leo Santa Cruz?
Was the Yuriokers Gamboa fight, was it competitive?
See how you just skipped across that? You see how you just skipped across that?
I'll answer that.
What does Yuriokers Gamboa have to do with Teofimo Lopez, who just beat Vasyl Lomachenko? You see how you answer that dumb shit?
It was a question.
You ain't answering the question, dog. You just asked me a question and totally avoided the question. You want to act like that didn't just happen. Go ahead, Mark.
I'll answer it fine. No, it wasn't competitive. It wasn't competitive. Everyone talks about how Tank struggled because he went into the 12th round. No one mentioning the fact that Tank won 11 rounds and dropped this fool multiple times. Easily. Other than one round where Gamboa got off like 3 good shots. Most of that fight, Tank dominated him. And he wasn't even in good shape. He dominated him. An out of shape Tank dominated Gamboa. You can't tell me Gamboa won more than a round in that fight. And he got knocked out. And he got dropped 3 times.
So why did it take him to the 11th or 12th round if he dominated the whole fight?
Because of the injury, Dad Gang. Stop it, bro. You know he had an injury.
Right, I'll ask
y'all
this,
motherfuckers, man. Y'all motherfuckers, dog. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna ask. Let me ask.
Hold on, right quick, Mark. Because before we see, this is what he want to do: go back and forth on the Gamboa shit and totally disregard what I just asked you, Dad Gang. See, y'all want to come up here with these narratives and ask all the questions and not answer any. Why didn't you answer me that question? How the fuck can y'all say this dude is going to be competitive? Tank Davis will be competitive against the guy, the number 1 guy at 135, which is Teofimo Lopez, holding all the hardware and 1 controversial belt, if that makes you feel better. With all the hardware, right? He's going to be competitive against Teofimo Lopez and at the same time say that little old Leo Santa Cruz is going to be competitive. How can y'all say that, Big Gang? Stop dumping around to Gamboa and all of this. Explain that to me.
The same reason why you said he's going to be competitive. He's a good boxer. He has good power.
My God, I'm done.
Let me say it. He's a good boxer. He has good power. They're both young, hungry lions. They both have good style and technique. I think it's going to be a good fight also. I think Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez is a great fight. I mean, I am saying, that it is what it is, man. We cannot just throw these narratives out there and just say, man, oh, it's not going to be a good fight. Yeah,
the narrative is that it is a good fight. Don't try that dumb shit. What chance does Leo Santa Cruz have with fucking Teofimo Lopez? Come on, fam. This is the reality of it. The narrative is not that it's not a good fight. The narrative is that it is a good fight. It is not competitive, fam. If Tank has remotely enough power to be in there with Teofimo Lopez, and remotely the chin or durability to withstand a Teofimo Lopez, that gives you your answer. Not a power puncher at 126, Leo Santa Cruz don't have a goddamn thing to offer Tank. You're giving yourself away. You're giving yourself away, fam. Because if Tank Davis can take a punch from fucking Teofimo Lopez, it's fucking mosquito bites coming from fucking Leo Santa Cruz. That motherfucker's crazy trying to push that shit.
Yeah. And can I say something as well? Just onto the thing where he said, how can you dominate a guy but not get him out till the 12th round? One of the most dominant wins I've ever seen in my entire life was what Calzaghe did to Jeff Lacey. Right? Did he knock him out?
Nope.
There you go.
Man, that shit is crazy. The more y'all dig deep, the deeper y'all go with this narrative, the more foolish it sounds, fam. And there's so many, like I said, there's no way, bro. It's no way. If Leo Santa Cruz had anything, if he could deter Tank Davis in any way possible, hurt him or any of this dumb shit. That game even said earlier, he might knock him out. You never know. It's boxing. If Leo Santa Cruz could do anything like that, buzz Tank or anything, one way or the other, it's a bullshit narrative with you guys. Because if he can let Leo Santa Cruz hurt him, Tank knocks his little ass slam. Arteel knocks him slam out. But if you guys even think that he can take the durability of a Tank Davis, it's foolish to even consider this Leo Santa Cruz fight being competitive. It's all bullshit, man.
What I actually said was when it was just boxing, I said that Leo can cut him, and those shots that Leo is throwing could mean a little bit more if Tank was cut. It's just boxing. That's what I said. It's boxing. I didn't say anything about him knocking him out. Now I did say, and I do believe if it gets to the later rounds, it could be a technical knockout. I'm not going to say a knockout, but I think if he catch Tank and start putting some punches, I think the referee could jump in there and stop it. It's possible. I'm just saying it's possible. But I do have Tank winning that fight. But I'm going to say this: it's going to be a better fight than most of us are saying right now.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. And the judges stop fights when guys are hurt. Tank Davis is not going to be hurt by Leo Santa Cruz. So it makes no sense what you're saying, judging jumping in there, stopping the fight. Because judges stop the fight when guys are visibly hurt, fam. That's the safety of it, when they're visibly hurt. You're talking about a fighter who's not going to hurt Tank Davis. So stop the fallacies. Stop it. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. These narratives cannot work here, fam. Like, it cannot work here. Everything you guys bring over here with these narratives, and this is a Floyd Mayweather narrative, right? Everything you guys bring over here with these narratives, I will completely debunk that shit. Completely. Because it takes bullshit to build a narrative, fam. The fact that Leo Santa Cruz is a champion, we'll put it in context. As soon as we put it in context, the fact that he's a champion means absolutely nothing. The work rate, we'll put it in context. As soon as we put it in context, the work rate's going to be slower. The fact that he doesn't really have power behind it makes it absolutely nothing. Taking him into deep waters, no way he makes it that far. That's gone. The narratives will be completely destroyed. Completely. Because I can validate everything I'm saying. But you guys are just on hopes and dreams, you know. The Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive, bullshit.
Well, you keep up bringing the Flores fight. How many rounds did Flores win in that fight? Could you tell me?
0, not a damn one.
Not a damn one. Okay, so we're not talking about a guy who's just there to knock you out. We're talking about a guy that's trying to outwork you. And yes, by trying to outwork a power puncher, you can get caught. But all I'm saying is, if Tank lose on the scorecards, don't start shitting on Tank, because Leo is a good fighter. That's all I'm trying to say, brother.
Listen, it's no need for you to tell me that dumb shit, because it's not about shitting on Tank. I already shit on Tank. What part of that don't you get? Yeah. See, it's like you're not hearing it. I already shit on Tank. So don't tell me to keep not do what I'm already doing. I keep trying to get this through your thick head. And here's another thing. There is a very, very slim possibility that Tank loses a goddamn thing. There's going to be no need to shit on Tank. Okay? But why are we talking about a Miguel Flores? Now you're diminishing Tank for Leo Santa Cruz to be able to come in there and do to him what he's doing to a Miguel Flores?
That's because you brought up Miguel Flores. Nobody
because that's the fight you have to measure Leo off of. Because that's the fight you have to measure him off of, that game.
Well, then why are you talking about? You're the one that brought him up.
Hold on. That's the fight he has to be measured off of, because that's his only fight at 130. He's currently fighting Tank at 130, so you have to measure him off of that performance. Don't you understand boxing?
In that performance, he didn't lose a round. That's what we're going to measure him to, a performance that he never lost one round.
Okay, now it was a performance. Hold on, Mark. I got this, Mark. That game. Stop the bullshit real quick. Because now, once you measure the fact that he didn't lose one round, you have to take in account the level of fighter he's fighting. Is Miguel Flores on the level of Tank Davis? Dead game.
No.
Okay, then it's irrelevant, because he's doing it to a low-level fighter. Don't try to push the bullshit narratives.
Well, why bring it up? Why bring Flores' name up if that's how you're gonna come at me, brother?
I have a question. Is Miguel Flores
because of his performance at 135, whether it's a lower level fighter or not, you have to look at his performance. If he cannot stop a lower level fighter, let me break it down. Let me break it down in layman's terms, man. If he cannot stop a lower level fighter at 130, what the fuck makes us think he will stop a Tank Davis? That's why it has to be brought up. Again, what about boxing and these comparisons? Are we getting mixed up here?
All right, somebody take over, because whatever I say, DJF, you just going against every word that I say. We talking about a fight where he never lost a round, right? This guy doesn't try and knock people out. This guy's a volume puncher. This guy's a great boxer. I'm seeing him throwing that double jab and that straight behind him, walking this man down. Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna walk Tank down, but look, he's jumping back, he's moving, he's popping a jab. He got the twitch thing going. The dude is boxing beautiful right now. I mean, I could just see. I can see. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. I can see him winning on the cards. I can see it. I'm telling you right now, I can see it. So I think right now we didn't cook this thing. We know how we feel about it. I think we need to just go to this Usyk and you do what you want, brother. Let's whatever you want to do. Let's talk about Chisora. Let's talk about Chisora Usyk because you're a Tank hater.
No, hold on for a second. Mark has something to say, and don't come with that hating shit, because then I'm gonna go in on you for about 20 minutes. But go ahead, Mark.
I was only gonna ask the question: how would Miguel Flores do against Gamboa? Would he win more than 2 rounds against Gamboa?
I don't know. I never really watched much on Flores. I don't know. I don't know, man.
How about you? How about you? What do you think? Does Miguel Flores win 2 rounds against Gamboa?
Come on with that. Come on with that, Mark. Seriously, bro. I'm not even getting
IBT, what do you think? Does Miguel Flores win 2 rounds against Gamboa?
I don't know, man. I don't rate Miguel Flores at all. Not even slightly. I give him Mia's heart, I guess.
I think Nunes knocks out Flores.
Nunes was at least someone in the division he actually campaigned at.
I think Nunes would knock out Flores.
Flores that's why I didn't even want to answer it, because fucking Gamboa is too fast. He knocked Flores, slam the fuck out. This shit is all stupid. Like, it's really silly, bro. It really is. You know, trying to build these fucking fallacies up, bro. These stupid ass fights. It's the same dumb shit, man. Look, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is a one-sided fight. For all of you,
you know what's a competitive fight? Leo versus Gamboa. That's a competitive fight.
Who? Versus Gamboa?
Leo.
Leo. Oh, I thought he said Tio. I was about to say, man, are you trolling?
I know. I thought the same thing when you said Leo. Tank's competitive.
No, that shit's not fucking competitive at all, man. It's a fallacy, bro. And I'm not gonna tell no lies to the people that listen to me, bro. To me, it's a lie what Floyd Mayweather is telling. It's a flat out lie. I'm not gonna push that bullshit. And then they try to say, well, you gotta be, you know, positive for the sport of boxing. I'm not pushing no fucking lie to the people that listen. Get them to go out there and spend $80 on a fucking lie. You got me fucked up, because that's all they doing. They're lying to people, trying to get them to spend $80. It's a one-sided fight. It's not competitive at all. It's a fucking lie. You might as well go watch the WWE. It's a setup show. That's all it is. A setup show. Showing for Tank.
Yo, if Randy Orton was a boxer, bro, he'd be the greatest of all time. He's like a 14-time champion in the WWE. So I think that's the target audience we're looking for here, because Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz will not be competitive. I think maybe for a couple rounds, like 1, 2, 3, but after that, I just think Tank's power is way too much. He's a way bigger guy. Remember that, you know, Leo Santa Cruz does have the height and reach advantage, but that's not how you determine size, right? And Leo Santa Cruz is a former bantamweight champion, whereas Gervonta Davis is like, I don't know, he's just way too big.
This is what I said earlier. Malik Hawkins is a better boxer than Matias. He could not hurt him at all. He couldn't do nothing with him. Matias was walking to him with his hands down. That's essentially what we're going to see with Leo and Tank. Leo cannot hurt Tank at all, fam. And Tank is a better boxer than Matias. He actually has technique with his punches, good uppercuts, hooks. And this is that type of guy walking into your punches. He's going to knock Leo Santa Cruz, slam the fuck out. He will be knocked out the first time in his career. Talking about Leo's never been knocked out, but neither has fucking Tank. But we actually entertaining Leo stopping Tank by judging scorecards or anything. It's so silly, bro.
Yeah, and did you see...
To put it in perspective, just so everybody know, I do have Tank winning the fight. All I'm saying is it's going to be more competitive than we think. And I think it could happen. I think Leo could win on the scorecards. It is very highly possible that
You have a
How many times
55
you
for
gonna
you
repeat
have a
that? How many
55
times you gonna
45,
repeat
right,
that,
Declan?
fam?
yeah, I got but for Tank though. But
Yeah,
for
you've got
Tank.
a
So
55 45. If I
yeah.
were to
55,
offer you,
45.
if I were to offer you 5-1 odds on Leo Santa Cruz on a $20 bet, would you take it? That means that if I win, you give me $20 with Tank. But if Leo wins, I have to give you 100.
I would take it, but I don't know you like that, so I'm not.
No, it goes in escrow. Right into the escrow. Right here on Speaking My Sports Talk, Mark sends his money in every time. You send your money in, the person gets paid on the fucking bet. It ain't about
Mark,
trust. Put your fucking
all right.
money where your mouth is, fam. Because that's a
Let's talk about
bullshit bet.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on Friday. Okay, that's
Yeah,
a good bet.
that's
That's
what
a
they
good bet.
always, man.
He
Let's
just
talk
needs
about it
to.
Friday, Mark.
He just needs to see the weigh-in, guys.
Yeah. What's up, Raider?
What's up? What's up? What's cracking, my boy? How's it going? What's up, guys?
Everything all right. The fallacies, fam. The fallacies. They trying to make it like Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz is actually a good fight. You know, a
Yeah,
good competitive fight.
it's not a good fight, but it's an interesting fight. But it's interesting only to see if what Leo can do, not what Tank can do.
I don't even think it's interested in that aspect because Leo can't hurt
Explain
Tank.
explain yourself, brother. Explain yourself.
Well, for Tank, there's no danger to Tank. We all know he's gonna win most likely. You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz is tailor made for a fucking Tank Davis. The only way to beat a Tank Davis type of fighter, like come forward, strong puncher, is by outboxing him and like type of that sweet science. And Leo Santa Cruz does not have that at all. You know what I mean? But
There is
Exactly.
one other way to beat him, though. There is one
yeah,
other way. You can be a bigger, better version of him.
Yeah,
yeah,
with
there's no,
both.
Boxing skills. So
yeah,
Knock
like
him
exactly.
out.
like Tiafimo. Like
Yeah,
Knock him
exactly.
Tiafimo.
out.
The only problem with that is that Leo Santa Cruz doesn't have power. He barely had enough power at 126.
That's
I
what I
haven't seen
keep
any
telling
power.
these dudes, man.
I haven't seen any power at 130, let alone fighting a fucking Tank Davis. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Yeah,
what is Leo Santa? I mean, yeah, he's a volume puncher, but I mean, how is he gonna keep Tank off of him? If it's like fighting a little kid with no power that keeps throwing punches at you, you're gonna knock his ass out if he keeps coming at you.
right.
Eventually, So just like Mark was saying earlier, remember I told you like last week, it's gonna be Leo's chin versus Tank's stamina.
Right.
That's all it is.
A chin
Yeah.
that's never been tested at 130 by a 135-pound champion. That's
Yeah, when that fight was first announced, I was one of
bullshit, man.
I was one of the dudes that was saying, if Tank comes in dehydrated, then he Leo might have a chance because that fool has stamina issues. Tank Davis has stamina issues going in the later rounds, and accumulative punches might play a role. You know what I mean? But look, just like that picture you showed us last time, and that fool looks dedicated as a motherfucker right now. He's gonna look strong at 130 because I think that's his real weight. But he's always
Fucking
been a
around.
fat ass. He's always been a fat ass and never makes weight because he's not disciplined. But if he stays disciplined, I think he's a good 130 fighter.
I think he's making weight, and I think he's making it well. Based off how he's been training, I think he's making it.
One thing I have noticed, which is kind of peculiar, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on this, right? But from what I understand, you're not supposed to be wearing the sauna suit like 24/7. And it seems that every training clip, image, video, anything you want to see, that he's in the sauna suit with like gloves and the whole get up every time doing his
Fair.
workouts. I assume the only way that's okay is if he's hydrating a lot, like he's drinking a lot of water constantly. But in reality, from what I know, you're not supposed to wear that suit your entire training or even like that early into your training, really. It's just to kind of cut off some of the last pounds of water weight, right? Are you guys concerned at all by that, or do you guys think he's hydrating back enough where it doesn't matter?
Let me speak on that. Let me speak on that real quick. Okay. I always thought it was crazy when people say somebody came in overtrained. But but from just thinking about it, I would call overtraining is when you always come in overweight, you start in camp overweight, and now you just did so much. You've done so much in training. You've got pushed so hard to where you've never got pushed before. And I think that could show in a fight to where he got pushed by Floyd, he got pushed by his trainer. He's wearing a sauna suit 24/7. He always is on weight the week of the fight, but come the weigh in, he missed weight. I think that could be something we could consider overtraining. So we're going to see in the later half of the fight what happens.
No, and I'm not even going to waste time breaking down most of that bullshit. But no, I'm not considering any of that. Not even a little bit.
So let's get some predictions.
Tank 100%. Even the Tank supporter that's trying to pump his fight picking Tank. But anybody in here, let's get this. Anybody in here pick Leo Santa Cruz to win? Forget about the predictions. Do anybody pick Leo Santa Cruz to win? That's all we need to know. That's really what we need to know. Wow. Anyone? Raider? IBT? Anyone in the chat pick Leo Santa Cruz to win? See, that's the answer right there. One-sided fight.
Well,
everybody's either picking them to win.
I'm gonna call it like you called it for the Lomachenko Teofimo Lopez. How you made me lose money.
I didn't tell you to bet.
Well, if Tank doesn't knock him out by round 7, I have it a decision for Leo.
Leo's not that type of boxer. This is what I'm saying to you, man. How? You still haven't explained how. You've never explained how.
If Tank doesn't knock him out by round 7, I have a split decision for Leo Santa Cruz.
How? How is he going to win rounds off of a guy that's beating him to the punch, that's pushing him back, that's controlling the ring, probably most likely going to be controlling the pace, probably a few knockdowns? How does he win on the scorecards? Because if Tank don't knock him out, you guarantee he's going to be knocked out multiple times. 10-8 rounds, could be a 10-7 round. How does he pull a fucking split decision? You're not explaining how. You keep Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. You're not explaining how at all that he wins 7 out of 5 rounds to get a split decision. Explain this to me. How does he do it?
Because
is Leo technically better than Tank? That's actually an honest question. Is Leo technically a better boxer than Tank?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. I'm absolutely done.
Okay.
Absolutely done.
But let me explain it though.
Let me do this for you, D. So Tank is the bigger guy. He's got more power. He's more proven, and he's the better boxer. But this is a competitive fight.
What I'm saying is, when we're talking about technical, we're talking about different things. I'm talking about Leo is a volume puncher. So that's the only way I can see him winning on the cards, by him being more active. And when Tank goes into that Philly shell and start waiting for the counter punch, I think if Tank does that, I think Leo can tap him and keep him on the outside. If Tank just doesn't come bum rushing in, Leo can keep him on the outside. If Tank go in that Philly shell with that open stance and wait for that counter punch, I think Leo has to be smart enough not to fall into that trap. But if Tank also come in and try and take him out, if he doesn't, when it gets to the later rounds, I think he's going to get gassed. And I think with a volume puncher, I think he could pull it off.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Let's just say per se, right? If that fight goes 12 rounds and there's no knockdowns, if it goes the distance, does Leo have a chance to win?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
That's a lot of ifs, but with the criteria you set out, sure. But that's the issue. I just don't. I can't see that, man. Actually, like, I don't know. I've thought about rewatching Davis's fight with Gamboa, but after a couple rounds, I was like, okay, well, I remember everything already. So I'm rewatching Frampton versus Santa Cruz 2, and while he did box him, they also like fought in the pocket a lot. I just don't know if Leo has the skill set or discipline or ability to outbox him for the duration of the fight. Like I don't know. I just don't really see it. And if he does, let's say it's a close fight, do you think Leo gets the decision? I just think there are way too many factors.
That's where I was getting to, because you know what I'm saying? Like to be honest, not that many people had Tio outboxing for prediction wise, outboxing Lomachenko. Either you had him knocking him out, or other people had Lomachenko winning by decision, right?
Yeah.
And what happened? Fucking Tio surprised everybody and actually outboxed Lomachenko, and then went to decision. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If this kind of similar, not similar, but if that situation was to happen, no knockdowns, and it goes to decision, can Leo win that fight like that?
It's a bigger gap in skill set between Lomachenko and Teofimo. The gap in skill set between Tank and Leo is not that great, not even close to that
great. And Teofimo's at a stage in his career where the next fight we see him will be better than the Teofimo that fought Lomachenko, right? Where I feel like at Santa Cruz won't necessarily see a drastic improvement like that. Teofimo developed a really good power jab overnight, really. Like an elite level in that aspect, whereas
he didn't develop it overnight.
No, I'm saying elite level. Like we'd never seen him use his jab against anyone like that in the pros.
What he developed was patience. That's what he developed. Patience and sticking that jab out and being patient. He fought like a veteran fighter.
No, he had all of that. You guys weren't paying attention.
No, I said he never demonstrated that. Who was he out? Was he outboxing like that, just popping a power jab all night and then counter punches?
He didn't need to do it against the opponents.
So like I said, demonstrated.
Did your film study, but he has had it, and he has done it before.
I said demonstrated at that level. He hadn't done.
The only time I've ever seen him demonstrate what he did was in the amateurs, but as a pro, I haven't seen it.
Yes, that's why I said demonstrated in the pros.
Too bad. I said he had it. He demonstrated to me, and I paid attention to it, and you did.
All right, cool.
D. Jeff got the home field advantages, and he got the judges on the payroll.
Nah, man, your judgment is skewed. You gotta have more equal judgment. You can't say Tank Davis is competitive with Teofimo Lopez, and in the same breath say he's competitive with a pillow-fisted Leo Santa Cruz at 130. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they said Fury was pillow-fisted too at one point.
Yeah, and that made no sense either. That's what the narratives do. They tell you a lie. So they told you a lie about that one.
Who is they?
I ain't even gonna get into
because I picked Fury to knock out Wilder. I didn't. I picked him to knock him out.
No, I said they tell the narratives. Mark, I don't believe that you push narratives. So I said they tell the narrative that Fury was pillow fisted.
I'm talking to Dead Game because Dead Game said Fury was feather fisted too at one point.
Well, they were saying that Fury was pillow fisted. I mean, you could look at his fights and see that he.
Who are they? Who are they? Who is they? Who's they?
It was the LDBC that was saying that.
It wasn't the It wasn't, man. Get off the LDBC, bro.
Nah, they was the ones saying Fury.
It was Wilder. It was Wilder himself, a man who was in the ring with him, who said it. Okay.
It was also BFTB blasting that shit all over YouTube. You need me to pull up some fucking receipts for you? It was also for now. Hold up. It was also for non-blasting that pillow fisted shit all over YouTube. You need me to pull up some receipts for you? So don't get mad. If you getting mad at the fact that these LDBC channels was pushing the pillow fisted narrative, then go say that shit to them. Because BFTD and Fanon was definitely pushing that narrative.
Look, I'm all about unifying the boxing community. So that's why I don't badmouth any boxing community.
Bro, I think anyone. I think they were pushing that narrative. That was the truth. That's not bad mouthing anyone.
It was a narrative. It was a narrative they got from the champ. They got it from Deontay. Deontay is the one who said it.
I said they pushed the narrative. I don't care who they got it from. They pushed it. You can hear a lot of bullshit. That means you got to push it around. Do it. Oh, okay. Not that. Because I hear narratives, but I don't push that shit around. I don't spread it. That's what they did with it. So you can say what the fuck you want about who they got it from. The facts are they pushed the narrative around. Once they heard it, when you hear something that's bullshit, don't go on your channel to thousands of people pushing that bullshit. Or a dude like D. Jefferson is going to say that you pushed it. And if you don't like that, you go tell them to stop pushing it.
So have we cooked this this Leo fight and Tank fight? We didn't cook it to the dark meat. I think we can move on to this Chisora and Usyk because I think that's gonna.
Hey, but who's gonna buy the fight though? From everybody here, are you guys buying the fight?
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I'm buying the Tank Davis fight. I buy every fight, bro. Well, not every fight, but I bought the Charlos. I buy pretty much all the fights, bro. I just support them, bro. You know, that's just my little part in supporting these guys that's putting their life on the line. Not any bullshit fights, I won't. But
can we answer I'm gonna buy. Can we answer if we're gonna pay for it too? We can get a challenge.
I already know your answer, brother.
Well, I mean, let us give the people our answer too. I'm not buying it. IBT, you buying it?
Probably not.
And how many buys is it gonna do? Also, prediction.
I don't know, and I don't care. They'll probably fool a whole lot of people to buy that fight because they're fooling a lot of people now to buy that fight like it's going to be competitive. So they'll probably fool a whole lot of people.
I think within the pandemic and money being kind of funny, I think if they get over 250,000 buys, I think they're good.
Yeah, that would be a success.
Was the Charlo a success? Because it did like what between 100 and 150,000, and that was a double header, and it was a good card, and it wasn't on Halloween.
From the numbers that I've heard reported, it wasn't successful in my opinion. Financially, I have no clue. Just like in terms of how many people actually watched the fight, I wouldn't consider it a success from the numbers reported. But we don't have anything official on that, right? I don't know.
So you guys think it's gonna do more than the Charlos?
I would hope not. I would hope the Charlos did well and this one doesn't.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. They're selling a lot.
So you're not buying the light, D?
I don't understand why. I don't understand why these guys don't understand if they put this on free TV, the exposure that they get, man. They looking at the money more than the exposure. And they're young. Tank is a young guy. I think right now, I think the exposure would be better than the pay-per-view, personally. Even with the Charlos. I think the Charlos, if it had been on Fox free TV, I think the exposure that they would have got would have been massive.
I think I'm glad it's not on free TV because I wouldn't want this lie to be exposed so wide. So I'm glad they overpriced this bullshit ass fight on pay-per-view because the lie would be super spread if they put it on free TV. Now the value of the fight is definitely worth free TV, but the fact that they're trying to dupe people out of their money, I think it's a good thing because it's a bullshit fight.
AD, you wish they was on a closed circuit, huh?
Yeah, that would work perfectly for me, Rainer. That would be perfect. So, Usyk and Chisora, let's get on that because I'm tired of the Tank Davis foolery. IBT, what do you think? Usyk, Chisora, what you think, bro?
That's gonna be a good fight, fun fight at least. I think it serves as, I don't know, Chisora's on a good run right now. He's a big heavyweight in terms of strength, right? Physically imposing heavyweight. He's gonna be coming forward, and that's gonna be useful. Useful task for Alexander Usyk is a former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, but people have doubts about his ability to handle a large heavyweight, and I think Chisora represents that. Yes, Usyk is taller, but physically, Chisora is a much bigger guy. So if he can impose his will, that's going to make it interesting. Overall, I think it's going to be a points win for Usyk, but it should be a fun fight. Interesting.
When is that fight?
I think
Saturday.
Saturday.
I think Chisora.
I think Chisora has a better chance of knocking out Usyk, right, than Leo Santa Cruz does of knocking out Tank.
Hell yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Hey, what weight does Usyk come in? Like, where does he weigh in?
I think it's between. I think it's like 217. I think 217.
The only reason I asked because remember the WBC, they're coming out with this new belt or this new weight class, and it's right in the beginning of November. So this fight is actually right around that time. So I was thinking, how is that gonna work? But
yeah, but that's just the WBC. Usyk's the mandatory with the WBO, so fuck him.
Is that official, by the way?
I've no idea. But what I was gonna ask is real fast. Like IBT saw this earlier. Did y'all see how small Usyk looks right now? He looks small. Because IBT, you seen this, didn't you? When I showed you him next to Christopher Lovejoy earlier today.
Yeah. He's pretty slim. I doubt he's coming in over 220.
Yeah, he looked pretty slim, man. Like, honest, maybe it was just that Lovejoy is huge. Maybe he's really big. We'll find out. But he looked small.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lovejoy is massive, but yeah, he did look pretty slim. I don't know. I think the plan is definitely to box and move. He's not going to try to stand in front of Chisora. That'd be weird.
Yeah, what do you think that game? Who wins?
I think Usyk is gonna pull it out. I almost have it similar to the Tank Davis. Now of course Chisora has the one punch. He have the one punch knockout power, but I do think Alexander has a chin. I think he's gonna have to work though. He's gonna have to get in there and fight. So if he's coming in there smaller, that's because he wants to put some volume on him and be able to move around the ring, but also put some volume punches on there to win these rounds. So by putting this volume out there, you're going to put yourself in harm's way. So I think what we're really looking for, even though we all probably think Usyk's going to win, what we're really looking for is to see how he reacts to getting punched by a world-class heavyweight. So we're going to see what kind of chin he have, if he can stay on his feet the whole fight. Even if he get caught and knocked down once, I think he still can pull it off in the cards if he does what he's supposed to do. So my thing is just seeing how he take the punches from a legitimate heavyweight.
Who thinks that Manny Pacquiao and Khabib Nurmagomedov are going to get into a fight?
No.
Khabib just retired, so he ain't stuck on the Dana White's contract.
I don't think so because Manny Pacquiao is set to do something great. He have two young lions right there, one holding two belts, one holding one belt. That actually, I give him a good chance of beating both of these guys, bro. I mean, I might be the only one on here today that's talking. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think Manny Pacquiao can. After I seen what he did to Keith Thurman, even though Keith Thurman did do well at the end of the fight, I'm not going to say it's not impossible that Manny Pacquiao can beat both of these guys. So go undisputed. Go for undisputed at 147.
So what about all the reports about Manny could potentially be stripped? Manny signing a contract with what was that company? Anyway, the company that sets him up with the fight. What about all of those reports, that game?
He should be stripped if he take a fight out with Khabib. He should be stripped. That's why I don't think
signed a contract with that promotional company, right?
Right, and yeah, he's not with PBC anymore. I don't think. Right.
Right. So what's all this talk about Crawford and Spence? Because it don't look like he's heading in that direction.
Well, he has a belt. There's no telling what he's doing. Out of all the guys, I give Manny more of a pass for taking a longer layoff than these other guys. So I might be a little biased on that. I am a Pacquiao fan along with Earl and Terrence. But I think we could witness something great here if he does fight these young lions and defeat them. I think he's already in the Hall of Fame, but if he beat these two guys and come undisputed at 147, I mean, it's great, bro. I don't see why would I drop the belt when I could go for undisputed, against a Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. Why not?
All right. So IBT ready to unravel anything, any response not to try to pump up anything over at the PBC. I don't give a damn about those boxers. Manny Pacquiao. What do you guys think about Manny Pacquiao and Khabib Nurmagomedov fight?
I would not like
Not
to see
interested. Yeah, not interested.
it. Yeah.
I
I think
think
what
it's going to
Khabib has
happen.
done. I think what Khabib has done in MMA, what he's gone through, his performances. I think he's earned his retirement, and I don't know if he'll fight without his father. Like, forget the business thing. If he was interested in the business, he would have just fought Conor McGregor, right? I truly don't think he's like that. I think he's done with fighting, at least competing in the UFC or boxing or anything like that. He might still train just because he seems like that kind of guy, like a GSP type. But yeah, I don't see him fighting Pacquiao. I just don't.
That's reasonable. What do you think, Mark? Mark,
What do I think about what? What do I? Sorry, I'm outside. Think about what?
did you just hear anything IBT just said?
No, I haven't heard a damn word because I'm outside and I was inside the shop and I didn't want to get you copyright.
Okay. Well, Manny Pacquiao, Nurmagomedov. Interest of that fight. What you think?
Who's Magmadov?
Crossover UFC fight, man.
Khabib?
Okay, well, look. Manny just signed a contract, right? It's of a promotional company that pretty much handles UFC fighters, right? IBF just
Okay.
came out talking about stripping him if he takes a crossover fight. So that's basically why I'm asking. Manny ain't really been talking about fighting no one else. Well, what do you think?
Stop.
Crossover fight.
I don't know who the dude is.
I think he means Khabib, right? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Oh, okay. In a cage or in a boxing ring?
Boxing.
Manny Pacquiao looks me.
Yeah. You think he'll take that fight?
Why would he take that fight instead of Conor?
I don't know. Well, I don't think, no. I will say this. Why would he take that fight instead of Conor? Because I don't think the UFC will pay him more than a crossover fight with Manny. I don't think so. They'll make a ton of money, but at UFC standards. I'm not sure that they'll make.
Isn't Conor retired? Isn't Conor retired?
No.
Oh, no. And,
Yeah, he
and
unretired.
not only that.
He's unretired again?
Yep.
Okay, but look, it would still be a UFC fight. That's the difference. It wouldn't be a crossover fight.
Okay.
So I think a crossover fight will actually.
Khabib is retired, right?
If we want to be honest.
And Khabib is retired, right?
He just retired.
Yes, he just retired.
Okay. I don't care about it. If I'm just being honest, this is just me, right? I don't care about MMA crossovers and boxing crossovers and stuff like that. Manny beats the shit out of him. Do I think he could take the fight? If the money is there, obviously he could take the fight. That's easy work for a lot of money.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm getting ready to end this. Go hang out with my oldest. She just came in town from Texas. She's gonna be here for a week. I'm getting ready to shut it down. Any closing thoughts?
Leo Santa Cruz gonna knock out Tank Davis. The main weapon's gonna come off with that short uppercut. Here to hear first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you going before me, brother. I agree with you totally. Good chopping it up. Peace out, D Jeff, in the chat.
All right, peace out. Raider.
All right, yeah, no, you guys have a good one. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, my boy.
Appreciate you, fam. IBT.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, fam. And me, man, this Tank Davis deal Santa Cruz is a one-sided massacre. Don't even buy into the bullshit. As far as Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford, I think Kell Brook may bring some excitement to the fight. I don't think that he's going to present but so much problem for Crawford. I picked Crawford to win that fight pretty comfortably. And Usyk Chisora, that's probably out of the three of these fights the one that I want to see most because it's the most intriguing to me. Low level of intrigue with Crawford versus Brook. I'm pretty much sure that Crawford beats him. No intrigue at all with Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis. But Usyk Chisora, that's a pretty interesting fight. And y'all check out Naoya Inoue and Maloney this weekend too. Another good fighter fighting. So thanks for coming through. Hanging out with your boy D Jeff. Y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.